I am Christy Ballard Fellaini. I am a certified life coach who found herself at 42, freshly divorced, kids off to college, and having never dated in my adult life. I was starting in the middle. If you haven't yet hit start on your middle time in life, let's do it together. Let the journey begin. You are listening to Start in the Middle, episode 46. Welcome back to the podcast. I hope that this podcast finds you in an amazing state. I hope that you are doing fabulously today. So the topic that I want to talk to you about today is I want to ask you, are you a trustworthy person? I'm pretty confident that the answer to that is yes. I'm pretty confident that if I asked your friends, your family, your coworkers, they would all say yes. Yes, they trust you. But what I want to ask you is, do you trust you? Do you trust you? There are so many different ways that we choose to not trust ourselves. The biggest way that we choose to not trust ourselves is by self-doubt. Self-doubt. When we are doubting ourselves, we are not trusting. When we are saying things like, I'm just not good enough, I don't have the skills, I don't have what it takes, we are not trusting ourselves. Now, your trust relationship with yourselves should be just as important. Your ideas on whether or not you are trustworthy to yourself should be just as important as your wanting to be seen as a trustworthy person by your friends, by your family, by your coworkers, if not more. Because your relationship with yourself is always going to be your constant. So, do you want to trust yourself? Because what ends up happening is that when we are thinking about trusting ourselves, when we are thinking about stepping out into something new, when we are thinking about something that has been placed on our hearts, a desire that we have, a want in something, what ends up happening is we get caught up and we get stuck in how. How am I going to make that happen? How is this going to work? What are the steps? And we are not just trusting, okay? Because when we just allow the how, or we allow the I don't know, that is your primitive brain talking. Your primitive brain is telling you, I don't know, because it doesn't want you to step out into the unknown. It doesn't want you to step out into what it thinks may be harm. Your primitive brain wants to keep you safe, and that's how you end up staying stuck. So, what are some things that you can do to trust yourself? What are some ways that you can trust yourself and start proving to yourself that you are trustworthy to you? The first thing I want to offer you is just do it. Just do the thing. Like, stop sitting stuck in I don't know how. Because guess what? I don't know how is a load of garbage. Okay? It keeps you staying in the unknown. It tells your brain that, oh, that might be scary, or that is a scary situation if I don't know how, right? So just do it. Whatever it is, make that first step into the unknown. And making that first step gives your brain the evidence that it needs to say, oh, we're not staying stuck. We're moving forward. We're taking it one step at a time. We're no longer just sitting in indecision. You're moving. Your brain is so much happier staying in the stuck because you're not doing anything scary. You're staying out of harm's way. And let me say that again. You're not doing anything scary, which means you're not doing anything. So of course, your brain is going to want to stay stuck. But you have to trust in yourself to push past your primitive brain and push past your primitive brain and trying to keep you safe. Okay? Because there's so much joy, so much learning, so much growth in stepping out of safe. The next thing that I want to offer you is, rather than focusing on all the ways that life didn't happen for you in the past, remember that our life is 50-50. And again, your brain wanting to keep you safe stays stuck in the things that didn't work out for you. Because if you stay stuck in what didn't work out for you, then of course you're not going to move out into the unknown, which means that you won't experience what could possibly be for you on the other side. So it's so much easier for our brain to just remember the ways that things may have hurt us, because it wants to keep you in protection mode. So if you are constantly remembering things that have hurt you, then you won't try it again, right? You won't try again, because what if it again hurts you? Or what if something hurts you? But not consciously remembering and reflecting on the areas that life did go your way is robbing you of that evidence that yes, the possibility of it happening exactly the way that you want it to happen, it's robbing you of that. It's robbing you of growth. It's robbing you of all the blessings that could be on the other side of stuck. So when you're able to remember and recall when things have happened for you, you're so much more likely to step out in faith into those things that could be providing your brain with the evidence that things happen for you just as much as they don't, right? And the thing about it is that, again, life is 50-50, 50% good and 50% bad. If you don't have the bad, you don't know what's good. If you don't feel the bad, you can't fully experience and embrace and love the good. And no matter what, no matter how it works out, you're still here and it's okay. And the last thing that I want you to know is that you come completely equipped with the skill that you need to follow through with any desire that has been placed on your heart. Your higher level thinking is proof that you do have everything that you need. This is the part of the brain that always figures it out when you give it the opportunity to. This is the part of your brain that allows you to think of the possibilities. And that is what helps you to figure things out. The problem is that our primitive brain always seems to speak the first and the loudest. So if we don't consciously move past that noise, it's going to end up drowning out the possibilities. It's going to drown out that part of your brain that brings you joy in proving that you are completely capable of anything that you want in this life. So just do it. Just do the thing. Focus on the good things that have happened, the way that life has worked out for you, just as much as you focus on the areas that have not. Remember that life is 50-50. And always remember that you came into this earth completely equipped with gifts, with talents, and with all the skill that you need to do anything that you want in life. So I want to share something funny about the topic of today's episode. Because right now, I'm going to share with you my humanness. I'm going to share with you the experience of creating this podcast episode. And I'm going to share with you the 50-50 of this podcast episode. This particular episode that you are hearing in your headphones right now, this is probably the 10th time today that I hit record. The 10th time today, which means 9 other times my brain was telling me that's not good enough. 9 other times my brain was not trusting. 9 other times my brain was in the, how are you even doing this? That's my human experience. And when I share my human experience with you, you know that you're not alone. When I share with you the things that I talk to you about are the same exact things that I go through. The difference in this episode, in the 10th time that I hit record, is because I was trusting in myself. Because I got up from my chair, I chose a different state. I literally went to the shower and washed it off. Washed off that garbage that said, this isn't good enough. Washed off the garbage that said, you're not enough. And I came back and I sat down and I said, my people need to hear this. This is an area that you struggle with. Your people need to hear this. Your people need to hear the skills that you use, the skills that say you have a higher level thinking brain that says, yes, put yourself out there. Yes, share with them your experience. Because there is so much more to this life than staying small, than keeping your gifts to yourself. There's so much more growth, so much more experience, and so much more that your audience needs to hear from you. Because this right now, this is the full human experience. This is the part of my brain wanting to stay stuck, wanting to be in small, wanting to allow the confusion, allow the anger, allow the awkwardness. But then that part of my brain, that prefrontal cortex part of my brain that says, you need this just as much as they do, is what has number 10 being the one that you are experiencing. So is this you? Do you find yourself in this constant battle? Do you find yourself in this battle that says, I can't trust myself because of self-doubt, that I can't put myself out there because self-doubt? Are you hearing that part of your brain way more than you are hearing the yes, I can, and yes, I'm completely equipped? If you don't know how to move past the stuck, if you don't know how to use the skills, the growth, the self-development to move past the scary, I want to help you. That is exactly what I do. I help women reclaim their purpose, reclaim their fulfillment. Women who have been there 110% for their children, 110% for their families, 110% their marriage, their jobs. They've given everything of them to everyone else. And now they're ready for them, and they're ready to start figuring this stuff out. They're ready to get past that unstuck. You've felt that 50% part of where life hasn't been going that great for you, and you are ready to absolutely embrace the other 50%. And I'm here to show you how. I do this every single day with myself. I am here to teach you the skills that I have honed in on my coaching program that are going to help you change the way that you think about your life, change the way that you show up for yourself in your life. So if you're ready, I encourage you to connect with me through my website, ChristyBallardFullaney.com. Click on the Work With Me page and let's just have a chat. Just click on that free consultation page and let's just have a chat. Let's talk about how my program could possibly help you to create the life that you want to live. The life where you are trusting yourself, where you are trusting your skills and your ability, and you're trusting in that higher level thinking part of your brain that is going to create for you the life that you absolutely love. And be okay with the parts that are not, the parts that do cause us the pain, because all of it is a 50-50 percentage. And all of it is completely available to you. I look forward to hearing from you. You guys have an amazing week, and I'll talk to you soon. Who is your life coach? I would love the opportunity to work with you as you are rediscovering the woman you were meant to be. Visit ChristyBallardFullaney.com for more information on how we can work together to ignite that passionate, enthusiastic woman who may have been tucked away for some time. Let's start in the middle together.